I don't want to say a partner upgrade coming because that's a disrespect to Wyatt, but you have an incredible partner.
As far as accolades go,
right.
An upgrade. Definitely as far as accolades go, because being able to pick up a storied person in the history of beach volleyball is always really cool if you have the opportunity to. And for a lot of people, if they had a choice.
Who are you playing with?
I was going to get to it.
Oh, there you go. Sorry, I interrupted your storytelling.
He's building it up.
Yeah, build up.
They had their choice. You get like your fills and your Karches in the U.S., but like as far as if you look at Brazilian volleyball, the Karch and fill of Brazil, I think would have to be Ricardo, Emmanuel, and Alison. And I think that's pretty hard to decipher between those three, just because of how storied they all are. So getting to play with Alison is going to be super, super exciting for me because, one, I don't think I've ever had a partner of that caliber as far as like being experienced, having those types of accolades, being proven on the biggest stages. So that's exciting. And then two, just playing with arguably the best blocker of all time. Like he's got to be top three. You've obviously got Anders, who I think is kind of starting to take that. But like before that, I think there was like a pretty close conversation in between Phil, Ricardo, and Alison.
Yeah, it's kind of a tier of their own.
Yeah. So you look at a Mount Rushmore of blockers and you get to play with one. You're going to take that opportunity.
All due respect, Wyatt.
Yeah. So get to go play the AVPs with Alison this year, so I'm super excited for that. Super excited to learn from somebody who has so much experience in those big matches, hopefully get to play in a few of those big matches of my own. We talk about wanting to get a little bit better every year. The goal is to try and to be into Sunday with him. That's somebody who's very used to being in Sundays. So, let's see how far we can push into those Sundays.
Yeah.
And then, getting to go down, I think it would be like if you got to play with Phil at the Manhattan Open, it would be like getting to play with Alison in their Brazilian final. And I'm getting to do that in June. So, that's an experience that not many people get in their lifetime. So I'm super excited to go down there, experience what like the Brazilian tour is like. They love volleyball. And I'm sure those national tours are very similar to the challengers as far as like crowds come, especially the final. And then getting to the opportunity to train with an Olympic team with Evandro and Arthur for about 2 weeks. On top of that is I'm just excited for the experience. I'm not really sure what to expect. I don't want to expect anything. I just want to kind of take that experience in because you talk about one of like Hermosa is like the Mecca in the U.S. and I don't really know what that would be there, but if you're getting to practice with those three athletes, Alison, Evandro, and Arthur, then I feel like that's got to be a similar vibe. So just soaking that whole experience in, I'm super excited for.
Yeah, you should be. I mean, it's awesome that you get. I was thinking about it today. What a cool experience this is going to be. I mean, one to live, but then to look back on, and you get to do a season with, like you said, Mount Rushmore, one of the greatest blockers, one of the greatest players, period, of all time. And also, Alison is just the sweetest dude.
Oh my gosh, like his energy on the court. I'm like so excited to bounce off of that.
Yeah.
This is no disrespect to Billy Allen, but I think last year, Alison's getting fiery and bringing that Brazilian, and Billy's kind of that calm. So obviously you don't want to get too high and have these big swings, but, I think that whenever you do get to ride that high a little bit, there's some things that you are able to do on the court that you wouldn't usually be able to do. There's just that adrenaline rushing. You just feel it in that moment and you go for it. And sometimes it turns out really cool. So I'm excited to see how our energy plays off of each other.
Alison, I was laughing so hard. So we played him and Billy in the quarters of Denver last year, and he must have blocked me about 10 times. So they served Jake, probably first 10 balls, Jake Urrutia, and he's just like, high line, cutty, high line. And Billy wasn't chasing him down, so they're like, all right, let's serve Trav. And I'm just like, swinging Alison. He blocked me like 10 times, and then afterwards he gives me a big hug, and I felt like
So
Vince
cute.
Vaughn in Wedding Crashers. I'm like, I'm 6'5", but I feel 5'4" in your arms. It's just a
He's so
giant teddy bear.
He is a teddy bear.